Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present public speaking material from the beginning of the meeting to the end. Before entering into the meaning of public speaking, what is speaking? Speaking is an important method for communicating knowledge and expressing ideas. Being able to communicate verbally effectively with others, people, or groups is very important in your school, business, and personal life. Next, what is public speaking? According to Webster's Third New International Dictionary, public speaking is the art of saying about effective or oral communication with listeners. Public speaking is one of the biggest fears of some people, but speaking in public is also to practice our skill or critical thinking. What is critical thinking? Critical thinking is an ability to think rationally, which aims to understand the relationship between idea or fact to find solution. For example, in the problem of cells which have degraded dramatically, the sales team will think critically to find out the cause of the declining sales figure. After knowing the cause, it will be easy to increase sales. Critical thinking also has many benefits for us, namely understanding our own abilities, being able to communicate well, and making all problem easy. In speaking, there must be something called nervousness. Therefore, we must have a lot of experience to increase our knowledge. Then, we must prepare well and always think positively. Think that we can and are great people. There are a few tips to deal with nervous. First, get enough sleep and rest. The next, while you are waiting for your turn to deliver your speech, relax and stretch your legs quickly to help you reduce tension. The next, take a moment to catch your breath as you look at the audience before starting to speak. Speak slowly and increases the speed of your speech when you have managed to control your performance. Number 4, pay extra attention to your introduction. First, impressions are important to gain attention, trust, and respect of the audience. Number 4, manage good eye contact with your audience. The last, prepare and use visual aids, and they will greatly help your presentation. In choosing a topic, there are two categories that we need to pay attention to. First, the subject we know must be money. 2, subject that you know more about our main topics. In the surrounding community in a speech, we must also determine the general purpose and specific purpose. There are several types of general goals, namely to increase audience knowledge according to the topic you bring, to persuade and for entertain. While while the specific goal is that the speaker must focus on one aspect that he wants to address to the audience. Next is audience centeredness. As a speaker, we have to build a speech according to the needs or experience of the audience. The most important point is that we should try to understand the psychology of the audience is in choosing a topic they like because people usually want to hear what you can be useful and meaningful to them. To be an effective speaker, it is important for us to know who the audience will be. This is what audience analysis means. The audience analysis focuses on situational factors such as the physical settings and the audience disposition toward the subject, speaker, and event. The larger the audience, the more formal your presentation will be. Audience size also affects language selection, audience appeal choice, and use and types of visual aids. Next is the collect material. First, knowledge and experience. A speech is more interesting if it is association with personal experience that you actually experience. The number 2, gain access to library and internet resource. Supporting your idea with fact is very important because to convince the audience before making a speech, we also have to prepare well, starting from the introduction, the end of the body, and the end. In most situations, you can organize a memorable introduction if you cover the following goal. First, get your audience attention and interest or opinions. 2. Understand the topic of your speech. Number 3. Build your credibility and goodwill. Number 4. Preview the content of your speech, the content-layered structure of your presentation. So follow an appropriate organization all pattern of your speech that reflect the purpose of your presentation. If your goal is to inform, you have to make sure that your audience understand your idea. Your main concern is to help others understand and remember the important idea you're conveying. At the end of a good speech, there are 2 things. First, make a summary as a closing presentation. The goal is to provide an outline of what we are explaining. The second is effective afterward. Next is about the importance of language. As a good speaker, and must decide the best language for the audience. The most important point is to use the language properly. Language is your tool to resonate with your audience. As a good speaker, you must decide the best language for your audience. Always be aware of your audience level of English proficiency. Make sure you explain the technical terms you use for your presentation. Practical points about language you should keep in mind. Namely, first, the purpose of a presentation is to communicate. So using words that your audience might not understand doesn't help. Number 2, using jargon is fine if your audience understand the word you are using. If not, you are required to explain the jargon of technical terms. Number 3, use words that are accurate through clear, precise, and avoid using sexist language. Number 4, in a romantic conversation, we tend to use simple words. Think of your presentation as a conversation. The next material is common expression in speech. Here are examples of some common expression you might say in your presentation. These examples are just examples. They are described here not as final. You are free to create your own version to get your message across at every stage of your presentation. The examples are categories according to the stage of presentation: opening, body, and closing. The next material is about delivery. What is good delivery? The power of your speech depends on what you say and how you say it. You must convey effectively so as not to be boring. Furthermore, there are 4 basic methods of delivering speech that are applied in public speaking, namely, first, reading from the script, the next, reading for memory, and number 3, import talk, and number 4, speak extemporaneously. Next, the speaker voice. Pitch is the highness or loudness of the speaker voice. It is important to color your speech by producing pitch, since it makes different your important and unimportant points. When you change your pitch from high to low and on the count 3, your product inflection. Inflection are changes in the pitch or tone of your speech. Pronunciational, articulation, and dialect will also influence whether your message will successfully be delivered. By trying to pronounce any single word correctly, you have been in your attempt to demonstrate the accepted standard of sound and rhythm for your word. The next material is about nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is a communication process in which the message is conveyed with a using word. Some facts stressing this point. People tend to believe what they see rather than what they hear. People often remember more of what they see than what they hear. People are often described by visual signal. The next material is about appraising the impact of clothes and general appearance. Here are some clothing tips for you. The first, avoid wearing anything brand new. Number 4, wear clothes you feel comfortable in while looking smart. Don't wear anything you sweat which will distract the audience. Now, the next material is about practicing delivery. This is very important because you need a talk to check timing and to see how to audiovisual aids work. Here Here are the steps you can go through. Step 1. Check your preparation outline. Step 2. Talk your speech and time it. Step 3. Speak out your speech several times. Step 4. Now, it is time for you to look at yourself and your audience. Step 5. If everything has been okay with your speech preparation, is nothing wrong if you try it out once again with putting on your real dress that you will wear. And the last material is about answering audience question. Answering your audience question need real first-hand expression. However, you need not to worry about it saying. We will discuss how to handle the nitty-gritty of audience feedback in this section. Before you jump into the question and answer session, you may need to decide beforehand to take question during your presentation or to ask people to wait until the end. Maybe that's from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.